do not reply to anyone on any of these videos here unless you're willing to get yourself embroiled in whatever drama people are trying to create. So without further ado, da-da-da-da! Drama, 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 drama! Everybody loves drama, and I decided to take on one of the biggest drama queens on YouTube. Not take him on, just explain to you my dealings with this particular individual and how I think he's a whack job. His elevator doesn't go all the way to the top. He's a few bricks shy of a full load. The guy is dangerous. He's whacked, I'm telling you. And I'm thinking, I honestly think that he may actually be psychologically imbalanced, in my unprofessional opinion, of course. See, when TroyRiser came on YouTube, you know, I saw him as he was a parent, he had some videos of his kids, and then he became concerned about some of the things that he saw on YouTube with regards to kids. Yeah, like, where the fuck you been, buddy? This shit's been going on for ever since this site has been open. And you're not telling me anything new. But no, Troy took on the white hat and the bluster gun of pedo hunting. Da-da-da-da! And who did he join up with? The Yahweh Clan. Like, I don't even have to tell you guys what kind of nonsense that is. And immediately, his credibility went to like -27 on a scale of 1 to 10, where 10 is like the highest credibility I give to someone. Immediately. Because if he's not smart enough to figure out that Yahweh and ED are just a bunch of idiots who love to stir up drama, who love to generate half-truths, who love to just pick at people, then he doesn't have any sense at all. And I certainly don't want him carrying around his blunderbuss of pedo hunting, because he totally taints the whole concept here on YouTube. So originally I thought, okay, all right, maybe this guy's got, you know, a few screws in the right place. So I'll engage in a conversation with him. Let me get some things straight up front. So I send him this message. Okay, Troy, then let me put a couple of questions to you. Right up front to check your sanity level. Do you honestly believe I'm a pedophile? Do I fall in the category of crazed monsters in your book? Because, see, he's fighting crazed monsters. Crazed monsters? Wow. Maybe he should think about that old saying like, physician, heal thyself. Never called you a pedophile, Tim. I was suspicious of you at first, to be sure. But I've researched just about everything you've said and done pertaining to children on YouTube, as well as speaking to a number of others about you. I wonder who they were. Skyping for hours with children, for example, is a big red matador's cape to anti-pedophile activists. Yeah, well, it might be if I was Skyping for hours with kids online. But no, I don't believe you're a pedophile, but you sometimes unwittingly ally yourself with them. You've just allowed your hatred of ED and Yahweh to cloud your judgment when it comes to those others who hate as well. So, I've allowed my hatred of ED and Yahweh to cloud my judgment. And then he goes on to say, according to the PJ rep I talked to, which is Perverted Justice, the answer to that question is emphatically no, I'm not a pedophile. It probably isn't heartening to hear that PJ has been checking you out, but they give you a clean bill of health. I have, however, encountered a class of people who would be classified as pedophile sympathizers. These folks range from free speech advocates who are purists in that they believe pedos should be able to interact freely with children online, blah, 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 blah. So the short answer is no, I do not believe you're a pedophile, but I believe you have unknowingly or knowingly allied yourself with them. united in your absolute hatred of ED in general and Yahweh in particular. I think that hatred has clouded your judgment. I think it is that the enemy of my enemy is my friend philosophy that's so seemingly prevalent on here. And I'd like to think you ally yourself with them unknowingly. And no, Tim, I'm not doing a vlog on you or publicly implying you're a pedophile, but you pissed me off royally when you shut me down in your comments. Yeah, I do hate ED and Yahweh. And I don't care for pedophiles either. I don't care for anyone who spreads around half-truths and lies, which is the modus operandi for ED, Yahweh, and yourself. So, if you think that me hating ED and Yahweh and the great and almighty TroyRiser makes me a pedophile sympathizer, then you are indeed as whacked as I thought you were. He says, I find your unwillingness to engage with me on the issues at hand puzzling. While I've been sarcastic at times, a family trait, I'm afraid, I've never been less than open and direct in my dealings with you, such as they've been. I make vlogs too, you know. If that's the only way I can communicate with you, or to you, or about you, I will. I'll make you the headliner after Nigel Ofield vlog. Bring popcorn. Of course. Because it's all about Troy, and it's all about his ego. And don't for 1 minute question the fact that he is the almighty, God-appointed pedo hunter on YouTube. And if you ain't with him, you're against him. And I'm not with anybody whose elevator doesn't go all the way to the top. In fact, it doesn't even hardly get off the ground. So I sent him back this one. Troy, you are such a hypocrite. I'll make you a headliner. Speaks volumes. It isn't about me. It's about you. You know, he goes on to say, the short answer is no, I don't believe you're a pedophile, but I believe you knowingly or unknowingly allied yourself with them. And no, Tim, I'm not going to do a vlog of you or publicly implying that you're a pedophile, but you pissed me off royally when you shut me down in the comments. Remember that, because it's really about Troy being pissed off. It's not about the truth. It's not about pedophiles. It's about Troy. The YTU crawls with pedo activity. Young Tubers United. Yeah. And you must see it, yet you never say anything. Silence can be construed as collaboration. No, silence is the thing that you do when you don't really know one way or the other, and you're okay with being silent and maybe being thought a fool or a collaborator. Doing what you do is opening your mouth and proving to the world that you are, in fact, a fool. And I apologize, too. My tone is harsh, my manner abrasive. I don't know if you know the details. He goes on to talk about some of the things that happened to him, where some people dropped some docs on his kids, which I totally disagree with, totally abhor, and I think was absolutely criminal. And I'm hoping that he took it to the cops, because that is, in fact, criminal activity. I apologize. I'm a better man than this, or so I'd like to think. But I'd like some answers. Just not today. So then he starts talking about YTask, like he knows what the hell he's talking about, right? And so I told him, I said, look, I operate on risk, Troy, a risk assessment process. And with YTask, no questions. After I made my initial queries, I went after Dustin Gardner with both barrels. However, you might note in my videos that I never